Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and this is your exit ticket 26.1 video key. And let's take a look at the problems. So for A, you're supposed to figure out what X, Y, and Z are, and this looks pretty wonky, but it's not that horrible because we've got the exterior angle theorem, which tells us how many degrees this angle is here. We can figure out how many degrees that is, and we can also figure out how many degrees this one is. So I'll mark that up because this angle has to equal 160. And we can work that out pretty easily. So because 100 plus 60 has to equal this. So that's 160. Nice. And if that's 160, then that has to be 20. So that's 20 degrees right there. Okay. And then this angle has to be 55 plus 80. And 55 plus 80 is going to be 135. So that's 135. And if that's 135, y is 180 minus 135. And 180 minus 135 is going to be 45 degrees. And now we have just about everything we need to find z, because 20 plus 45 plus z degrees is 180. Okay, so you'll be able to work out that z, so 20 plus 45 is 65, which means z has to be 115 degrees, because 65 plus 115 equals 180. And that is what there is to that. So I'll go ahead and plop that in here. So x equals 180 minus the sum of 100 plus 60, okay, which is going to equal 180 minus 160, which equals 20 degrees. That's not an equal sign, but it's supposed to be. There, now it will be. Okay, and then y is going to equal 180 minus, so since this has to equal these two together, I can just treat 135 as 55 plus 80. Write a plus in there. And that will equal 180 minus 135, which will equal 45 degrees. And then z equals 180 minus 20 plus 45. 180 minus 65, which is going to equal 115 degrees. All right, I hope that clarified that one. Now let's take a look at this one. So we got this triangle. Remember that a triangle is formed by three angles that total 180 degrees. So what is the measure of this angle E here? Well, here's what we know. We know angle A is 80 degrees. And we know that A plus 2x plus 2y has to be 180 degrees. Okay, so let's establish that. 80 plus 2x plus 2y has to be 180. So let's subtract 80 from both sides. Because what we really need to do is we need to start getting at what x plus y is, because if we know what x plus y is, what'll be left is whatever it takes to get to 180. So now we know that 2x plus 2y is going to equal 100. Now, let's find out what x plus y is, because if I divide everything by 2, I'll find out. So I'll divide that by 2, divide that by 2, and divide that by 2. And I'll end up with x plus y equals 50 degrees. Okay, so if this plus this equals 50 degrees, then the measure of angle E plus 50 degrees, ooh, that's weird, okay, is going to equal 180 degrees. Okay, because it's a triangle. Okay, and now I'm going to scroll down a little bit because I'm running out of space there. Now I just subtract 50 from both sides. And measure of angle E is going to equal 130 degrees. And you're done. I hope that helped.